Hey y'all, Jamie here. Proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off? Well, I had run away for over a week, and then my dad and my stepmother, Gail, had left town to go to Florida for a 5-day vacation. Whereupon I broke into their house and threw a 5-day long party. The entire time they were gone, every day that they were gone, there was a party raging in their house full of kids, teenagers, screwing in all the rooms, burning cigarettes in the carpet and on the furniture, drinking my dad's entire liquor collection. Gail's parents used to give us all kinds of meat and stuff for the freezer, and we barbecued everything. Like, just trashed the house. Trashed the house. I had locked our parrot up in my parents' bedroom, up in their bedroom, so that she could not be terrorized. And I had put some things in there, like valuables and stuff that I didn't want the kids to be able to like steal. And I did take a few little precautions like that. However, 5 days of a party raging, and Berta had molted all over. That was the parrot. She had molted all over their bedroom, and there were just feathers all over the entire fucking bedroom. Yeah. Feathers all over their bedroom, cigarette burns in the carpet in all the other rooms. Just damage, damage. And the day that they were supposed to come back, I decided to take off again. Okay. And so, after doing all of this, I took off and I left the house trashed and I just skedaddled. Went back to the townhouses where I'd been staying, right, with friends. And in those days, listen, Destrehan didn't have its own police force. St. Charles Parish had some sheriffs, and the main police station was over across the river in Hahnville, but there was a substation in the next town called New Sarpy where they had two cop cars that would like rotate driving around our neighborhood and stuff. Anyway, when my dad and Gail got back to town, they finally brought the police in, and Gail was livid. She brought the police in. And they found me. They could have found me long before that, mind you. Had they really tried, they could have found me before that. But no, no. Since I fucked up her house, then she wanted to find me, okay? Then all of a sudden, my whereabouts were very, very highly prized. So my mother had a distant cousin on the St. Charles Sheriff's. It was a female that was a cousin of my mother's, and she was the one who found me in these townhouses. Okay, this cousin, and she came and got me, collected me from the townhouses, took me into custody, did not return me to my dad and Gail. Oh no, there was no going back to that house. There was no going back to that house. I was brought into custody and held in the substation in New Sarpy over the weekend, being taken back and forth for meals and showers to the Hahnville jail on the other side of the river. Okay. So, adult jail. There was no juvie. There was no juvenile facilities. No, I was just kept in a cell by myself in adult jail. So the following Monday, okay, the following Monday, we go to court. I go to court. And there's my dad and Gail. First time I'm seeing them since all of this. And Gail's livid, livid. Wanted to skin me alive. Do you hear me? And the judge, it got loud in the courtroom and everything. Anyway, the judge ended up calling us back into his chambers. And Gail was hoping that I was going to get sent to LTI, which is the Louisiana version of a juvenile penitentiary. Like a juvenile penitentiary in Louisiana, they call it LTI, right? And that's where she wanted me sent. She wanted me sent there bad. In fact, the cops had told me over the weekend that my stepmother was going around all over the neighborhood looking for crimes that had been committed to blame on me. Yeah, she was actually trying to get people to say that I had fucked their shit up, whether I did or didn't. She was looking for charges to pin on me. Looking for charges to not like there weren't enough that I didn't like lay at the fucking bitch's feet. Like I laid plenty at this bitch's feet, but no, she wanted me under the fucking jail, honey. She wanted me under the jail. And we ended up in the judge's chambers, and things got a little heated. And the judge ended up looking at me. He could tell the attitude going on between me and Gail, right? And my dad too. Look, I'm not going to act like my dad is a rather submissive individual. He's just a submissive man. Listen, it's just all there. I'm not gonna fucking beat around the bush about it. And I know he watches these videos. It is what it is. He's a submissive fucking man, and he's very submissive to her, like very submissive to her. So she was the main one running the show in that judge's chambers, right? But anyway, the judge comes over to me, and he's like, "I get the feeling that there's more going on with you, that you would probably get a lot more help from like a program that could actually help you instead of like juvenile penitentiary time, you know." And he looked at my dad and Gail and he's like, "Y'all have insurance, right?" And they were like, "Yeah." He made arrangements for me to be sent to DePaul Hospital, which was in New Orleans, in uptown New Orleans. And it was a very old mental institution hospital that had a drug and alcohol treatment program and mental institution facilities all on the same grounds, right? And that's where this judge sentenced me to, since my parents had the insurance to send me there. So I went to DePaul's hospital, where they locked me up on a detox ward. And if y'all want to know what happens next, y'all know the routine, darling. Be here tomorrow, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.